My name is DJ and welcome back to Yankeedabbler. We got a couple of new items that are in stock that we were currently out of. For example, we got some of the Peco PL1000 twist lock switch machines. We got those back in stock for your Peco switches. We got these really neat looking construction vehicles. This is a log loader. This is the Carorama from Atlas. And these are really great looking detailed vehicles if you have a construction site that you want to put these around on your layout. Kind of a really neat item to have on your layout. We got some ballast bond. Sorry, I had to do it. But we got some of this back in stock. If you are any gravel that you want to put down on your track, this is the adhesive that you would use for that. We got some of the Walthers transition pieces in. This is if you have a code 83 that you want to go to a code 100. This is the track that you can use for that. That works out great. We got a really cool closeout deal happening here from Lifelike. These are some gear loads. For $1, you can get some different types of gear loads that you can put either in your scrapyard or on your flat cars, your gondolas, whatever you want. These are really neat items that you can put onto your layout for $1. Can't beat that. And then finally, we got a really neat magazine by Trains. This is actually, believe it or not, CSX is celebrating its 40th anniversary this year. And so Trains magazine did a special commemorative issue celebrating 40 years of the success of CSX. So it's a really great magazine if you want to check this out. If you have any CSX fans out there, that's kind of a neat publication to check out. And this is actually a great segue to what we are going to be taking a look on today, so come follow me. Alright, so as I was saying, CSX is celebrating its 40th anniversary, and we have a couple of heritage units that actually Atlas just came out with. These are the Dash 8 wide cabs. And if you take a look here, we got the chassis system. As you can see right there, you can see the logo for chassis system. We got the Monon. And then, of course, we have the Atlantic Coastline. So these are a couple of the railroads that CSX consolidated to. So they are celebrating their heritage this year. And Atlas is coming out with these locomotives that you can put on your layout. Kind of a great way to celebrate some CSX history there. If you take a look over here, we have a couple of other Dash 8s. We got two different Conrail locomotives. This one has a 3-digit cab number, while this one has a 4-digit cab number. So it's just up to you, depending on what kind you would like. And then for our NS people, we got a couple of different Norfolk Southern locomotives, the standard engines that you would see on the railroad. A couple of different numbers here, so you can totally create your long train. Get a couple of different locomotives like you would see in real life. These engines are really cool. And then we got one more. We got a Canadian National. Believe it or not, we see actually a fair amount of Canadian National engines in our area right here. So it's kind of a neat, if you want to get to a little bit different here. Now, what's really neat about these engines is the detailing that is happening here is pretty remarkable. One of the features I really like is if you can see the brake wheel there, you see the chain. I think it's a really neat detail here. And then all of these locomotives have ditch lights here with the wide cab. So that's kind of a neat feature. When you blow the horn, the ditch lights flash on. And of course, you know, everything that you expect from a good Atlas locomotive. They all have ESU sound. They all have DCC, and believe it or not, these engines only cost $199. So that is a great deal for what you're getting here. So you're getting a lot in a pretty economical price. We also have some Dash 8s that have the standard cab as opposed to the wide cab here. And as you can see right there, it's a little bit different size as opposed to the wide cab, just a little bit different. Now, these are locomotives. Unfortunately, the standard cabs do not have dish lights, but you still get a lot of great detailing features here, actually. You can still see you got the chain for the manual brake release, which I think is a great feature. This is actually called a lease unit, and what this was obviously this was an engine that was probably owned by Union Pacific, and it was sold to another company, and now it's kind of in that transition period where it's not necessarily painted for whatever railroad bought it, but of course the Union Pacific logos have been taken off. Kind of transition engine if you want to put on your layout. We also got the Lancaster and Chester, which I think is a great looking engine. If you take a look at that, this beautiful baby blue color, I think that's a fantastic looking locomotive. And then we have, speaking of blue locomotives, we have another one here. This is the Pan Am Railways, part of the main central line there. And this is a fantastic engine as well. I personally like the American flags by the cab. I think that's a great little touch that they put in here. And it's just amazing. If you take a look, you can see like all the like little warning signs that are put on there, you know, for various things like, you know, electricity or high voltage or whatever. I just think that's such a great little detail to put on these engines. Truly, this sets us apart from something that isn't as detailed or as inexpensive. All right, so, you know, it's one thing to look at them, but it's another thing to actually see one of these in action. So what we're going to do is we're going to put one of these on the track so you actually see and hear what these locomotives sound like. So let's check it out. Alright, so as you can see, this is the startup sequence. One of the neat features that this engine also has is what they call kind of a flange swill. And what happens is when it goes across the track, just like in a real type situation, sometimes the wheels create various type of screeching sound effects that you hear. Check this out. A lot of screeching happening here, which is really cool. A lot of realistic sound effects happening here. Let's go backwards. I hope you enjoyed our little demonstration of the Dash 8s. As I said, these engines are selling at Yankeedabbler for $199. It's a great price for an engine that has a lot of different features happening in it. So come on, check it out our store in Bellmawr, New Jersey. Or, of course, you can always check them out on our website, which is www.yankeedabbler.com. Hurry in while supplies last. We got a whole bunch of them in, but as you can see, all the neat things they do, they're not going to last very long. So come check them out. Thank you very much. Happy railroading to everyone, and we'll see you again. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.